October 1945. Mr. K. Mahatani asked, if we want to succeed in any enterprise in the world, we must give our whole mind and heart to it. Otherwise, we cannot succeed. So it is rather impractical to devote one's mind both to God and worldly activity. If one keeps fixed in the self, the activities will still go on, and their success will not be affected. One should not have the idea that one is the doer. The activities will still go on. That force, by whatever name you may call it, which brought the body into existence, will see to it that the activities which this body is meant to go through are brought about. Mr. Mahatani was still not quite satisfied, and thereupon Bhagavan referred him to read an article on renunciation, which is found at the end of the Bhagavad Gita. The article mentions 7 stages of renunciation, and Bhagavan said, "Let Mr. Mahatani see if anything in this article appeals to him." So I read out the whole article in the hall for the benefit of all, as Bhagavan desired. It is said there that one who has reached the 7th stage of renunciation will not feel even when his body is cut by a weapon or some other suffering is inflicted on him. When this portion was being read, Bhagavan remembered the following poem. They won't be afraid even if guileful enemies stab their chest, or they are surrounded by fire, or bitten by a cobra. All will be bliss for them. Continuing this topic, I said, is it true such things are said in books? But we see that the yoni feels pain. Even one like Sri Ramakrishna Paramahansa felt pain when he had cancer of the throat, and even cried out, "Why has Mother sent this pain to me?" And Bhagavan said, it may be like that in the beginning, due to long association or habit, but afterwards it will pass off. In this connection, I must record that long ago, once when Bhagavan was suffering from some illness and I expressed concern, Bhagavan was pleased to explain to me that he felt the pain as in a dream and no more. October 1945, morning. A barrister from Bombay asked Bhagavan, I have read the works of Bhagavan and others, and though I can understand them intellectually, I have not been able to realize anything in direct experience. I have tried Bhagavan's method for 6 years, and yet I have not made any progress. When I meditate, other thoughts come. For people like me, living in cities and doing our work and coming here only occasionally, what sadhana would Bhagavan advise so that we may succeed better than I have so far been able to do? Your real nature is always there. Your meditation and such things come only temporarily. Reality being yourself, there is nothing for you to realize. All that is required is that you should give up regarding the unreal as real, which is what all are doing. The object of all meditation and japa is only that, to give up all thoughts regarding the non-self, to give up many thoughts and to keep to one thought. As for sadhana, there are many methods. You may do vichara, self-inquiry, asking yourself, who am I? Or, if that does not appeal to you, you may practice meditation or chant Eham Brahmasmi, I am Brahman, or otherwise. Or you may concentrate on another mantra japa. The object is to make the mind one-pointed, to concentrate it on one thought, and thus exclude the many thoughts. And if we do this, eventually even the one thought will go, and the mind will get extinguished in its source. In actual practice, I find I am not able to succeed in my efforts. Unless Bhagavan's grace descends on me, I cannot succeed. Guru's grace is always there. You imagine it is something somewhere high up in the sky, far away, and has to descend. It is really inside you, in your heart. And the moment, by any method, you effect subsidence or merger of the mind into its source, grace rushes forth, spouting as from a spring from within you. What is the reality of this world? If you know your reality first, you will be able to know the reality of the world. It is a strange thing that most people do not care to know about their own reality, but are very anxious to know about the reality of the world. You realize your own self first, and then see if the world exists independently of you and is able to come and assert before you its reality or existence. Why is there so much pain even for the innocent, such as children, for instance? How is it to be explained? Is it related to previous births or otherwise? As about the world, if you know your own reality, these questions will not arise. All these differences, the pains and miseries of the innocent, as you say, do they exist independently of you? It is you that see these things and ask about them. If by the inquiry, who am I, you understand the seer, all problems about the seen will be completely solved. Dr. Syed asked, if a person prays for a spiritual good for, say, 2 years, and yet is not answered, what should he do? It may be it is for his good that the prayer is not granted.